All right, so I'm going to go through a series of stretches that are before, after, during, whatever you need, during a workout, whatever. So first we're going to just stretch out the core. So we're just going to open and disconnect our lower half from our upper half. Go the opposite way after a little bit of time. This is just to warm up the muscles and stretch them out. Breathe, and it gets easier. Next, we're gonna go and do the upper half. Okay? We're gonna try and keep our hips in one solid position. Even our chest. Get everything moving. Make our body move down the core. It should be like this, not this. We should not move like that. We should move pretty smooth. Okay? Now we're gonna lean to the side. Breathe. We're opening up our sides. If you feel like you're coming to the front, push your hand backwards. You'll feel that deep stretch. Breathe deep. Slowly make your way up and go to the other side. Remember to push your hand back if you feel it going forward. Feel it in the sides. This will open up what's called your QL, your quadratic lumborum. It connects your hips to your spine and your lowest rib. So when you feel like you can't really wiggle, that's probably why. These muscles are probably pretty tight. Stretching them is good. If it hurts, get right on the outside of that hurt and breathe deep. Okay, breathe up, go up. Wow, now you want to open so nothing in here gets stuck and stiff. Okay? Now you're going to go forward. I'll show you from the side so you can see. When you go down, you're going to keep your hips up, or point your hips down, sorry, and push your back in so your hips and your belly are pushing towards the floor, the ground. This is going to stretch out all of your hamstring muscles. The more you arch your back and try and keep it straight, the more you'll get a stretch in here. Breathe deep. Then turn. Really open up those sides and the insides of the thighs. Breathe. You'll be able to feel it in your ribs. And then switch. Don't worry if you can't get this far yet. It's okay. Even if you're just here, that's great. Just stretch. Something is better than nothing. The more you breathe, the deeper you can stretch. The more frequently you do this, the better off your stretches will be. And then slowly come back up. Now we're going to turn to the side and do these opener stretches. We just closed all of this by opening up all this. Now we're going to do the opposite. Okay? All you're going to do is, let me step back so you can see it better. All of your body weight is going to be on your front leg. Your back leg is going to be pushing towards the ground so you can stretch out your psoas and iliacus. After you've done this, switch. All the weight on the upper leg, the front leg. Push this hip down towards the ground. This back leg is just here for balance. Push your chest up and forward. Good. Stretch around. You can do this just to open inner thighs. Okay? Make it go around. Wiggle. We like to open. Okay? Now, we need to open our chest. So what we're going to do do a cobra. This is opening up the psoas and iliacus as well as the front. Abdominals. It's opening up the pectorals. You're going to push your chin towards the sky. You can feel it in your neck and chest. It might make you cough. That's okay, because that says that muscles and fascia are opening up and loosening. Push your shoulders back. That's okay if you can't get this far. If you're here, that's okay. Just push back, okay? All right. Now to open, do cat and cow. Cat, stretch and breathe. Cow. Stretch and breathe. Cat. Cow. And then you can come up, stretch your calves. Keep your heels on the ground, okay? If you can only be here, that's okay. If you can only be here, that's okay. If you need to come up, that's okay. We're just gonna try and get as deep as a stretch as we can, okay? Breathe deep. Can wiggle back and forth. You have more than just front and back muscles. You can feel these on the sides of your knees, on your sides of your legs sometimes. Just gotta open up. All right, now we're gonna go onto our butt. While we're here, grab your toes and pull them towards you. Push your knees into the ground. Same thing as the other stretch, just in a different way. Okay? If you really want to get in some good stretches, I have a bunch of toys. Okay, so get a stretch band. Don't mind me, I'm gonna be dirty from all of the freshly cut grass that's now wet. Okay, gonna lay down, bring it up. Start up, breathe, do this a few times, let it open, do it to the other side, and then start to stretch out. Do the same thing to the other foot. Try not to let your knee bend. Breathe. Don't overdo it. Don't hurt yourself. Stay right on the outside of that hurt, that stretch, that kind of is a little painful. Stay on the outside of it and breathe into it. Now that you guys got that stretch, we're gonna move on. Okay? Going to stretch our arms. All we're gonna do is have something that can stretch just a little, and then you're gonna bring it up and back as far as you can. Stretch to the sides. Really open up. Right now I feel it all in here. You really want to get these open, okay? If you can't go that far, go further out and it should be a lot easier, okay? Don't make it easy on yourself though, but don't make it hard. Get right in between. Okay, and then when you're at the bottom, do the same thing. Go to the top. wiggle. Okay, arms. Breathe. Okay, hands. Let me get a close up. What I want you to do is move your elbow and your shoulder to feel all that motion. You have more than front and back muscles. You have side and side muscles. So we're gonna bend and move while we hold that hand up. Breathe. To the other side. Put the hand down next. Hold it. Do the same thing. You'll feel muscles that you haven't felt before get stretched. This is great for people who type all day, text message, who are holding and lifting heavy things, or massage therapists like myself. This is great for the arms and wrists. Okay, same thing to the other arm. If you want to stretch out your shoulders next, you want to grab a band or a stretchy or just a resistance band, okay? I'll take this one since it's so short. I'm just going to let it come down and I'm going to pull, let it pull, and I'm going to take my head and pull it to the opposite direction. Not hard, just enough to get a little bit of stretch. Go back. Side, and then forwards. Right here I feel it the most because I probably have my head down a lot doing massages. So I want to stretch this out. Breathe. Okay, do it to the other side. Fall over. Stretch. This side, I can feel it a lot when I do it here. This also could be part of sleeping incorrectly. Sleeping like this, it shortens these muscles, it pulls the spinal cord over, making other muscles do the same thing on the other side, trying to straighten up your spine. Don't try to hold your arm up. Let it drop. Let it have a little bit of pull on it. Good. All right. Now we're just gonna move. Breathe. Now we're gonna go back. You can feel it all in here. Switch. Awesome. Now, if you have tight inner hamstrings or inner thighs, you can go down like a squat, push your knees out, and then twist. Should be able to feel it right in here. All right, and this time, I got my foam roller. So I'm gonna take all these lumpy things off because those kind of stink, unless you're doing it for foam rolling. I'm gonna take out my little foam, put it right in the middle. And what I'm gonna do is open up my psoas and iliacus in a different way. I'm gonna almost sit on this and make it to where it's at the base of my spine, top of my sacrum, leaning back, and even having my hands up and above my head. Feet together, knees plopping down. Put it down further if you want. I'm on a little hill, so I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna do the same thing to the opposite side so it gets even. All right. Now, what I want you to do is move. Get everything moving, okay? We need hips to move separate from our ribs. You don't want to be like this. Does everything stiff, okay? So, when you're coming forwards, gonna stretch the inside of the thigh and the back of the back. Back of the back of the back. Okay. Move around. Feeling good? What did we forget? Neck, arms, chest, back. If our shoulders are hurting, sometimes it's good to just give yourself a bear hug, lean forward, and push as hard as you can to the ground with your shoulders. twist a little. Okay. Breathe. Even if you want to go backwards with our arms, give a little circles. Awesome. You can put our knees up. Do this. If you can't get balance, it's all right. You can sit on your knees. Just lean back. You should feel it a lot in here. If you can't feel anything, lean back. Go back further. If none of these work for you, try this. Push your hip to the ground. Quads. Switch hands. You have more than front and back on your legs. You'll feel this probably up in your hips as well. Breathe. Hamstrings, calves. Walk on up. Breathe. All right. I think that's about it for stretching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope it hurts. Hope it works.